Hey guys, Tech Timmy here. So if you follow my channel, you know what a big fan I am of the Amazon Echo Studio smart speakers. In fact, I own 3 of the previous generation, but I finally got my hands on the latest and greatest model. So in this video, we're going to be doing an unboxing. I'll run through the full setup and we'll also take a first look. So without further ado, let's get this out of the box. Let's go.
Oh boy, it's Tech Timmy time.
All right, guys, so here we are over at the unboxing station. I took a few notes for you guys just to kind of run down through some of the features and specs and so forth. So for this video, in order to keep it from going too long, I'm going to do an unboxing and setup video only, but I do plan to do some additional reviews and comparison videos between this and then also the previous generation of the Echo Studio, of which, as I had said, I actually own 3 others, and as well as comparing this to the new Echo Dot Max as well. This is kind of the Papa Bear that looks like an Echo Dot Max being the baby bear. This is significantly larger, but significantly smaller than the previous generation. It is still equally hefty. It definitely has some heft to it. And I will say I left the little wrapper on here deliberately because I love the fact that Amazon includes that in the box, basically the little pull tab, which just makes it easier to get out of the box. So I like that a lot. And like many companies, Amazon has switched to this new sustainable packaging models. We have basically biodegradable cardboard instead of that glossy sort of sheen plastic look and so forth. So I like that. I like what they're doing with the boxes there from an environmental perspective. Particularly, this one is, as I said, significantly smaller than Echo Studio, and actually by order of magnitude a little bit lighter as well. The other ones definitely have some heft to it. In fact, you probably use it as a weapon if you really wanted to, because it's that heavy. If you want to clonk somebody over the head with it.
3, 2, 1.
Actually, no, I have someone in mind for that, but that's neat. I digress. Okay, so MediaLex, we have a few different languages, and also they toned down the marketing stuff, have a few different languages and so forth. We do cover some of the things, smart speaker and ALEXA. I am going to spell out her name throughout the video so that I do not set your devices at home. And also, if you're interested in seeing the comparison video between this and some of the other Echoes, just leave a comment down below, just type compare or something like that, so something simple and straightforward. So smart speaker with you-know-who, and it is actually ALEXA Plus. So this is going to come out of the box. All the latest generation speakers are going to have Amazon's new AI, ALEXA Plus, built in. I have a ton of content on my channel about that if you guys are interested. In fact, I did a podcast interview most recently where I interview ALEXA Plus in the podcast. It's good fun. It's a little bit of a longer video for my channel, but if you want to check that out, it's up there. So just real quick, so spatial audio speakers with immersive sound. So that's what they said about the prior generations. We do have our smart home hub built in and supports home theater. So if you want to pair multiple of these together, you can, and sort of do a surround sound setup. And the microphones, you can disable and enable the microphones for privacy, of course. So they have that, and that's pretty much it in terms of smart home compatibility. So the latest generation ECHO devices are now compatible with Zigbee, Matter, and Thread as well. So all of the latest smart home standards, guys, which is a good thing. I think there's still a lot to be desired with some of those standards in terms of they're still trying to sort of figure out how to get them to all play nice together. But with this, it should work fairly flawlessly. And I'm wondering, do I need my unboxing knife here? Looking for a pull tab or something. Oh, yep, so they put it on the bottom. Interesting. I do not like opening things from the bottom up, but this is what they want me to do. So here we go. And I will not need my unboxing knife, but I guess this makes sense. So they're going to want us to slide it out, presumably this way. So we're gonna give that a shot here. And well, no, okay. So I definitely should have pulled it from the top up, but that's okay. So we'll get through it here. So here we go. Okay, and it's heavy. So this is not a light speaker, guys, by any stretch of the imagination. This has some heft to it, and definitely kind of sort of a Death Star look and feel, if you will. We're gonna go fishing around into the rest of the box here, trying to get the top or bottom piece, whatever it is, out. Don't do that because there's nothing else in there. It's all in the bottom of the base here like this. So this is where we're gonna have our power adapter as well as some documentation, presumably. So let me just pull this out here real quick. And yay, I'm excited to have this. I'm going through and doing a little bit of a color change with some of the devices in my living room. I have sort of a white motif going, and in my bedroom, where I have the old school Echo Studio. I have the old school in charcoal as well. And then in my living room, I have 2 white ones from the previous generation. So nice looking power adapter. Amazon recently decided that it was a good idea to actually rematch the color of the ECHO devices so that they match the same color as the device. Some of the prior ones, kind of weird, but they were giving white cords with white device. This is new, actually. So this braided cable here is also a nice touch, I think. You have this nice sort of shoestring style cable here that I like a lot. And if you don't kink it, you're able to actually get a nice looking cord set up. And then here we have our, I believe they went to, so it's 50 watt power adapters. That's actually pretty significant power, which makes sense because this is one of their most powerful speakers to date. So, all right, I'm gonna set this aside for now and we'll just cover the controls real quickly. So super simple, guys. So now, instead of having the buttons on the top, which is interesting if you have it in a low place, right? Because you're gonna have to basically, I would actually suggest putting this up a little bit higher if possible, because you're going to want to be able to get at these controls for volume up and down, and then also the mute the microphone's capability. And that is basically if the controls, guys. You can, if you give her a smack on the head, it will actually mute your multi-room music if it's playing. And also I think it will activate the wake word. So that takes the place of the old action button, if you will. And then on the back here, we have just our base for our adapter, of course. Put that in here. And that fits in there nice and snugly like that. No more 3.5 millimeter wire jack, all that stuff. Everything's wireless now, so don't really need that. But there is a spot here if you want to attach a stand to it, which might help with some of that height. I will actually throw a stand that I recommend, as well as this, in the description. I haven't ordered the stand yet, but I'm gonna do some shopping around, see if we can find a really nice looking stand for this to go on. So that's that. And then again, as you can see, so this with the controls on the front, we don't really have access there. I'm not really sure how I feel about that totally. And then of course we have our documentation. Amazon does a nice job with the documents, particularly the getting started stuff. So, and then in terms of setup, if you already have an ALEXA smart home, which I'm sure a bunch of you do out there, then actually I think it will just work if you have the ALEXA app set up and running. It should just work from the perspective of setting it up for you auto-magically, if you will. So there's no more messing around in the ALEXA app. We'll see if they make a liar out of me here. But I'm thinking that if this goes like my other device setups recently, then this should just automatically connect. So let's see what happens. I'm going to turn up the volume just a little bit here, and I'll fast forward through this part while she's booting up. The moment of truth.
Hello, this device is ready for setup. Just follow the instructions in the Alexa app.
Okay, so she is going to want us to go into the ALEXA app. I wasn't sure. So I'm going to do that next. And I'll flash that up on screen so you guys can see the process step by step in terms of exactly what I'm doing. All right, so I'm filming with my iPhone 16 Pro Max. This is my old iPhone 13 Pro Max. Should still work the same. So I'm just going to go into my ALEXA app here. And the red light ring means that she's basically searching for Wi-Fi. So we need to get her connected to Wi-Fi. So what you want to do is you want to click on the plus in the top right corner in order to get this thing set up. So from here, we're going to say add device, and then we're going to select on Amazon ECHO, obviously. And then from here, we want to select the top option with all the different echoes. Okay, is ECHO plugged in and displaying an orange light? Orange enough, yes. We're going to say yes, a little colorblind here. And then it finds it automatically for us. And then from here, we just want to tap on that. Going to search from Wi-Fi, and it should automatically connect. Let's see what she says. Okay, so that means that we need to put this on my Wi-Fi. So I'm actually going to go ahead and do that. I'll fast forward through this, and now it should connect.
Your Echo is ready.
And indeed, and then that voice that you hear is in fact ALEXA Plus. So she's basically ready to go. And I'm just going to ask her, Alexa, so I just set up my Echo Studio smart speaker. Can you tell the folks out there 3 cool things that the speaker can do?
Your new Echo Studio is packed with amazing features. First, it delivers stunning 3D audio with Dolby Atmos for immersive sound. Second, you can control it completely hands-free with voice commands. Third, it can pair with other Echo devices to create a whole home audio system. Which of these features are you most excited to try?
All of the above. I'm super excited to have this, but I'm actually filming a video about this right now. So if you could just kind of zip it for a bit, I'd appreciate it. And I just want to wrap up this quick unboxing and setup video for the good folks out there. And that's it. She goes, wait, okay. Usually she has some weird quip or whatever. But anyhow, so I'm super encouraged by what I'm hearing in terms of the sound. Others have said that they don't like it quite as much as the prior generation. I like what I'm hearing so far, but if you're interested in seeing those sound comparison videos, as well as additional comparison videos like to the ECHO.max, as I had said, and then also just a general review, please subscribe. I will get definitely lots more content out about my new Echo Studio, but for now, I'm gonna go set it up in my bedroom, and hope to see you guys in the next video. Drop a comment down below if you have any questions, and please subscribe for Fun Take on Tech. I do tons of videos about ALEXA if you're into that, and hope to see you in the next one. Cheers.